Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Jams by Giesh. Today, I'm here to talk to you all about the soundtrack of Marvel Rivals. If you like this video, let me know what other games you'd like me to talk about. And now, without further ado, let's get into it. For those who don't know, Marvel Rivals is the latest competitive hero shooter from Marvel Entertainment themselves. The game combines fast-paced action, tactical elements, and online multiplayer settings. But today, we're here to talk about the real star, the underrated star here, the music. I think the Marvel Rivals soundtrack is a masterclass in creating music that both enhances the gameplay experience and stands out on its own. It's a blend of cinematic grandeur and superhero flair, which is exactly what you'd hope for in a game that pits iconic characters against one another. They've crafted a score that's as diverse as the Marvel Universe itself. From the thunderous orchestral pieces to subtle atmospheric tracks, the Marvel Rivals OST captures every corner of this expansive world. Now, a lot of talent went into the creation of this game's soundtrack. For a few notable examples, there is Masahiro Aoki, known by his alias Godspeed. Aoki is the lead composer, mixing engineer, and artist for Marvel Rivals, the album in particular. He has an extensive background in video game music composition, contributing to titles that I really like Street Fighter V and Monster Hunter World. His diverse experience has significantly influenced the dynamic and immersive soundscapes present in Marvel Rivals, and it's noticeable too. Then there's also a couple of notable vocalists, like Chrissy Costanza, the lead vocalist of the band Against the Current. Costanza performed the game's main theme, Rivals Till the End, featured in the official launch trailer. Her powerful vocals have been instrumental in capturing the game's energetic and heroic atmosphere. And then we also have a cover from Adriana Figueroa, another vocalist known for her work in video game music, who also performed a rendition of Rivals Till the End. She shared insights into this collaboration, highlighting how the song sets the stage for the game's narrative and action. These contributions from these artists and performers have been pivotal in crafting a soundtrack that enhances the immersive experience of Marvel Rivals. The hype around the soundtrack started during the game's promotion. The trailer and opening themes of Marvel Rivals have garnered significant attention for their dynamic compositions and notable collaborations. The game's main theme, titled Rivals to the End, as we mentioned before, is a standout piece that has been featured prominently everywhere. Marvel even went out of their way to advertise the fact that they had both Chrissy Costanza and Adriana Figueroa contributing, both notable figures in some spheres of rock. And the fact that Marvel's tuned in to this sort of fan base, I think, is a very good sign. The use of soaring strings, punchy guitar riffs, and choirs creates an epic, larger-than-life atmosphere. The tracks seem to have struck a chord with fans, capturing the tension and excitement of battle. And it's clear that the composers wanted the music to feel as dynamic as the gameplay itself. And what I love most is how the soundtrack doesn't shy away from leaning into the cheesy but glorious vibe of superhero media. It's something that Overwatch definitely started, but I think that it pays tribute to that very honorably. It celebrates the genre's over-the-top energy while still feeling polished and intentional. If I were to compare it to anything, it feels like a mix between an MCU score and the classic Marvel vs. Capcom soundtrack. Pure fun, but with real emotional depth when needed. And again, there is an undeniable amount of Overwatch influence, as well as a lot of just a general anime influence that is impossible to overlook. And that's a good thing. They're tuned in with their fans. Critics and players have praised the soundtrack of Marvel Rivals for its exceptional quality and its ability to enhance the superhero experience. The game's music is described as beautifully composed, recorded, and mixed, effectively capturing the superhero fantasy with cheesy and satisfying bombastic bangers, as one reviewer put it. It features a blend of classical instruments, electric guitar, synth, vocals, and drums in numerous different genres. The soundtrack, titled Marvel Rivals Galactic Tunes, is noted for being epic in every way, with a with a heavy emphasis on guitar solos, symphonic strings, choirs, and other elements that contribute to its grandiose film. Oh my god, I can't speak. Anyway, on platforms like Reddit, players have expressed admiration for this music, with one user stating the Rival soundtrack is low-key one of the best OSTs he's heard in a hot second. They highlight tracks like Impending Dunes and Yggsgarde's theme as particularly impactful, noting that the score significantly contributes to the game's immersive experience. So again, overall, both critics and players agree that Marvel Rivals soundtrack is a standout component of the game, elevating the overall experience through its dynamic and well-crafted musical compositions. If you're into soundtracks that amp you up while you're on the battlefield, this one seems to hit the mark. It captures the heart of the Marvel Universe while adding new layers to its storytelling. Whether you're a hardcore gamer, a Marvel superfan, or just someone who loves a good tune, this OST has something for you. So what do you think? Do you have a favorite track or moment in the game where the music really stood out to you? And how do you think this soundtrack stacks up against Marvel games or even the MCU as a whole? I think that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is still my favorite, but I think that this is a strong contender. Well, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.